Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I am JD Nero, aka He Who Pods, and this is a solo pod. Solo edition, ladies and gentlemen. Dash is off gallivanting, enjoying the nice weather, and I'm here doing the work. I'm gonna pay for that tomorrow. But in the meantime, let's get to it. Yeah, I know it's about to be a quick pod. Yeah, I know it's about to be a quick one. I don't even know if I said rear view mirror, but just in case, aka rear view mirror. All right, yeah, I know it's about to be a quick pod, and let's get straight to it, ladies and gentlemen. Rick Ross, Rose, has been saying a lot of things about Drake, and I'd like to talk a little bit about him. So first, he said this.
You listening to this, homie? Listen to me. My nigga, shine. I don't want to see you lose. No real nigga want to see you lose. That ain't what niggas about. This culture, this game, this rap shit, this ain't what it's about. I don't want to see you lose. Real niggas just want to see real niggas shine together. Real niggas come up together. You understand? When I was the number one nigga in the rap game, I showed niggas love. When French was on fire, he showed niggas love. Drake, if you listen.
So that's the first clip. And I thought that was interesting for a lot of reasons. And let me tell you the first reason why. The first reason I thought that was interesting was because clearly they brought him up because of the verses, right? He's doing a lot of press right now, and there's multiple reasons why he's doing that. But they asked him about the verses and about Drake because he said don't play Drake's part of Aston Martin music. All right, cool. But he called Drake a real nigga. Did y'all catch that? He said real niggas just want to see real niggas win. I thought that was interesting. I'm not gonna elaborate. Let's move on to the next clip.
When somebody let them sing it.
Okay, here we go.
And that's cool too. But yeah, my DJ minus that. Let's go. And there was a few chicks out there who hit a.
Listen, yes, we love.
Rick Ross making fun of chicks is hilarious. I thought my girl voice, quote unquote, was funny. Rick Ross got an even funnier one. He said,
that part.
Thank you, and that's what I want you to do.
Okay, I just want to be honest, because, we love the part. We love Drake's part, too,
we made history with a lot of records.
That's true.
Is it weird that I don't know why you guys don't get along? Why? What happened?
It's a lot of people that don't know, but it was just, he lost focus. That's it. I'm sure he's back focused now.
You did say that you don't want him to lose. Like, you just said that.
Yeah, and when I said that, it's so many conversations that go on, off camera, where I feel like people would love for me to say, I hate this nigga forever. Nah, homie, it ain't that. You know what I mean? Let them sing it. When somebody step out of line and you gotta, chastise them or give them a spanking, that's what you do.
All right. I just want to pause this and say, listeners, when someone steps out of line, you don't have to chastise them. There's a difference between correcting them and chastising them. You do not have to chastise people just because they stepped out of line. There are ways to correct people and their actions without chastising them. I just want y'all to know that Rick Ross is wrong here. Back to the clip.
But is it one of those things where there's a conspiracy? Hell no. Don't nobody fear Drake album release.
Nobody.
Is there a world where things can be, in a better place between you two?
And what I was saying on the radio was, he speaks to French. French says a lot of positive things that he maybe should send French a pecan pie. Nobody won't speak on his behalf to me, but French do. And that's what I made it clear, like, if anything was to ever come from that, it'll come through French, because it wouldn't directly come to Rose.
There it is, folks. Nobody is scared of a Drake album release. I thought that was dope. You're letting them know, a big boy, a player. We ain't worried about you. Do your thing. Nobody's scared. And it continues to be a thing through French, which Rick Ross said a while ago when everything popped off, that it was indeed a thing where French Montana was the person having an issue with Drake, and it was a behind the scenes thing that Rick Ross brought to light. We covered it here a long time ago when it happened. So I thought that was honorable that he's still saying like it would come through him, not through me. And sending him a pecan pie is hilarious. I don't know about y'all, but when he said that, that was super funny to me. He should probably send him a pecan pie. He ain't say like a fly bottle of champagne. He didn't say like, some really dope weed. He said a pecan pie. That is hilarious to me. The first time I heard that clip was not now, but the first time I heard it, man, I was cracking up when he said pecan pie. I missed the rest of it. I had to listen to it again because I was cracking up at the fact that he said Drake should send him a pecan pie. I thought that was wild right there. This is interesting to me. I think that Rick Ross addressing these things is interesting. I wonder, will Drake say something about all of the Rick Ross things that are going on? The album comes out in like 3 days at this point when I'm recording this. Today is the 12th. Yeah, so it comes out Friday the 15th. It's probably too late to throw something out there, but Drake will throw an Instagram post up or tweet something, put in his Instagram story. That's his favorite. And so maybe he'll respond to Ross there. But I think it'll be interesting if he responds to him in a record. I just don't think that record's going to be on Iceman because it's too close to the time. So we'll see. And we're going to keep it on hip hop for now. Let me play y'all a little something Jermaine Dupri said on Earn Your Leisure.
100% writer. Right. So, like, say if it's like Kriss Kross' first album, or Kriss Kross already out. I wrote, with the first album, I wrote everything on the album and produced everything on the album. So, therefore, that's 100%. I like, therefore, I get 100% of every piece of the pie that's coming from this publishing. Right?
All right. So just so you're understanding, he said he wrote everything on the album and produced everything on the album. So when publishing comes in, he gets 100%. That's going to be important. Just remember that.
So that's what I'm saying. So soon as Kriss Kross sold 2 million, it was $1 million at my door. $1 million from the. But they sold 2 million. They sold 2 million records like 2 weeks. From publishing, just from publishing, it was $1 million. Yeah, it was $1 million already. Like it's like they say it's in the pipe. They call it like what I mean. It's in the pipeline. So once you start selling records like that, the money, the people, everybody know the money is there. So then people just start showing up like, yo, I give you, what I mean? If you let's do 50% of your publishing, we give you $1 million advance, That's when advances start because they can see the money. If you own the label and you're getting the masters, and then you write the music and you get in the publishing, and then you produce the music, so you're getting all the money. You don't get all the money. But what else is there to get? I mean, by the way, you get a significant amount of money. A large, but you get a significant amount of 100%.
Okay, so first he contradicted himself. And I'm a Jermaine Dupri fan, so I know this is about to be ugly. Jermaine Dupri, I just got it called real shit. I'm sorry. That's what I do. Jermaine Dupri said he get 100%. Then he said, no, you don't get 100%, but you get a significant amount. I don't usually look at comments, but Dash brought this to my attention. In the comments, Rashad of EYL is saying, people forget Jermaine Dupri literally created the whole thing from scratch. He found them, made them stars, created the image, put the clothes on backwards, wrote the songs, produced the records. He did everything. Of course, he got the lion's share. All right. I ain't even mad at that. I agree. If you do everything, you should get the lion's share. Jermaine Dupri responded and said, I told you people don't understand this, but it's because they've been following and listening to so many people that don't do this. They can't even believe it's possible. I believe it's possible. I believe Jermaine Dupri is that dude. I believe Jermaine Dupri writes and produces for many people. It's part of why he's in the Songwriting Hall of Fame, right? But let's just speak a little bit about what happens in this industry. I tell y'all all the time up here, this is a predatory industry. Now, some people will say, hey, he looked out. He took 2 kids off the street and he hooked them up He made them popular. He made them money. He changed their lives. That is one perspective, yes. There's another perspective. Another perspective is you got to go out there and perform and go on tour and go on shows and go on interviews. And I'm going to get the lion's share of the money. That's another perspective. I'm not saying that either one is right or wrong. I'm just saying there's two perspectives here. And maybe there's more. But I just want to show that there's multiple perspectives. Now, why am I bringing all of this up and playing this clip is because we get on a lot of people about their industry practices, right? About the ethics in the hip hop industry. But there are none. And we keep telling y'all that. I keep telling y'all that. We see time in and time out people who take most of the money. People who own the label and are getting the masters. And the artist is not. This is not new. This goes way, 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 way back. In fact, if you watch the movie Ray, when Ray goes and signs to CBS, he says, "Yeah, I want my masters." And they say, "No, we don't even do that." Ray Charles, listen, no one has ever done that before. He said, "Well, if you want me, that's how it's gonna go," because that is the normal practice. And so we kill, quote unquote, a lot of people for doing these things. But this is just regular industry shit. And the more the label is involved, the less the artist does, the more they're going to get fucked. The less they're going to get, the less ownership they're going to have because they're doing less. But this is a normal industry practice. When you're a songwriter, and I learned this from Neo, when Neo was doing interviews, when he started gaining major popularity after his first album, Neo was talking about how labels hire songwriters in bulk, and you get assigned to a team. And so, for example, you'll be on the Sony R&B writing team, and you just write songs. That's your job. You come in and you write songs constantly for Sony's R&B division. Sony will then take those songs and get them to artists that they feel it could fit well with, that could fit the album they're working on, that could fit the image they're putting together for them. And Neo said the songwriters really didn't get paid much. It's part of what made him want to be an artist. It's something he already wanted to do. And I'm paraphrasing, by the way, because this was a long time ago. I don't remember everything word for word. But basically, Neo said he already thought about being an artist. And when he started writing hits like I Don't Want to Know and things like that, other records that he wrote that were smash hits, he's like, man, I should be doing this myself. I would get paid more. I say that to say a lot of these artists today don't write their songs. Neo said they hire tons of writers. We talk up here about how the women in hip hop are not writing their records. A lot of the R&B artists throughout history are not writing their records. So then the ownership decreases. The amount of money you get decreases. The label is always going to win. And we kill a lot of people about this, but we don't kill Jermaine Dupri. Why? Why are we not scrutinizing Jermaine Dupri if we scrutinize everyone else? I'm not saying that we should or should not. I'm just asking the question of why. Why are we not scrutinizing Jermaine Dupri? The bigger question is, why are we not scrutinizing the entire industry? Why do we cherry pick who we want to talk about in hip hop? Oh, never sign a Bad Boy because they do this. Oh man, Birdman. Oh, it's crazy what Birdman was doing. It's crazy what they're all doing. This is a common industry practice. And if you remember when we spoke about one of the last Diddy docs, the quote-unquote 50 Cent Netflix one, they speak about how mostly Diddy learned those things from Andre Harrell, an industry giant. This is the industry. This is how it goes. I think we need to stop cherry picking who we scrutinize and really just focus on the industry and the predatory nature of the industry. That's what I think. Speaking of people who are doing things in the industry, someone who is a legend in the game, Taye Diggs, is doing some fly shit. Let's talk about it. This comes from The Wrap. According to The Wrap, Taye Diggs is venturing into the microdrama space with the launch of Micro House Films this spring. The platform aims to empower filmmakers by allowing them to produce, distribute, and monetize their content directly. It offers a subscription model for creators while permitting free episode access and paywall options. Diggs emphasized the importance of supporting creators in an evolving industry. This is what I'm talking about. This is what we need more of. This is what we need. We need more ways to be able to take our original content, whether that's songwriting, script writing, whatever, and be able to have ownership and monetization without things like Meta being able to flip a switch and say, nah, you can't put that up there no more. Nah, we taking your shit down. Nah, we didn't like what you said. Hey, you mentioned Meta, we taking it down. This is what we need. So salute to Taye Diggs. I think this is a beautiful thing that he's doing. I believe it comes off of the success of what Issa Rae has done. If you want to look that up, you can. I won't get into that here, but I believe that this is part of what inspired him to do so. And we always talk up here about how Issa Rae is doing fly shit for other people in the community. And I think this is what we need. I think we need more of that and less of shit like what's going on with Jermaine Dupri. So I don't really have a big take on this. I think what Taye Diggs is doing is really dope. Salute to Taye Diggs and Issa Rae. And I think we just need more of our people at the helm doing these types of things. I'm all for putting power in the hands of the creator, whether that's song or film or whatever part of the entertainment industry. I'm all for it. Because, yeah, we should just be able to own our shit. I think I've said enough. Yeah, we should be able to do that, and we need people in power to be able to help us, not just take all the money and the ideas and the creative pieces and just say like, hey man, here's a quarter. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknight Solo Edition. Thank you for being here. See y'all soon.